got that fight, yeah. A future look nice, yeah. A future look bright, yeah. A future look nice, yeah. A future look bright, yeah.
Hi guys, welcome to Milwaukee Live.
Woo.
How's it going? So, what'd you guys do today? I did something. I woke up at 5 in the morning because I could not sleep, not because I wanted to, and I went to the gym.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and the only reason I'm bringing this up is because Trueman, I thought you would appreciate it that I went and worked on my health today.
That's amazing. I think everyone should wake up at 5 a.m. every day. It should be mandatory by law.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that one, but I feel like maybe that was probably like the only day that'll ever happen in my life. But it happened. So this is Trueman, you guys. He is the owner of Funky Fresh Spring Rolls. You've probably seen them out. They do a lot of different fests.
We do farmers markets, festivals, selling frozen. We do catering jobs. We pop up in people's dreams, never nightmares.
Yeah.
So we're probably all over the place right now.
Good, yeah. And they technically, it's not a truck setup, but it is just as cool. They bring the whole grill along.
Yep. We just do like a pop-up tent for now. We pop up at, like I said, I call it pop-up, you know, just not because we can't afford a truck yet, but we just like popping up everywhere. We're kind of more mobile that way. We can kind of be in two places at once. So, like I said, we do West Town Farmers Market, Shorewood Farmers Market, Waukesha, all over.
Yeah, actually, why don't we roll the footage? We visited him last week at the
near West Side Farmers Market, which just started. It's the third week, and it's going good. So.
Yeah. So let's play it.
That was a joke too. Wow.
Did you like that? Did you like the rolling, you guys? I hope you appreciated just how awesome that looked.
That was pretty cool. I'm like almost like teary-eyed.
Tearing up? I know.
Like,
wasn't that cool?
That was freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
Kudos to the crew. It was awesome.
Well, thank you. Yeah, they do a good job, don't you guys?
Yeah, we try. We try. You know, it's tough sometimes, but luckily the Funky Fresh is so fresh. You know, it makes us look good.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome. Yeah.
Well, good. So yeah, you can see their whole setup there. It was absolutely delicious. We do have some in front of us today.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about like the flavors. Or what do you got?
So the flavors we have today are we have our chicken, broccoli, and mushroom with feta, because feta's better. We have the vegan's favorite, sweet potato and black bean. It also has peppers, onions, and cilantro. And I think we got some chickpea, well, actually it's off camera, but we have some curry chickpea and quinoa spring rolls, and we have our chicken club, which has turkey bacon, never faking with the turkey bacon, avocado, tomato, and mozzarella.
Very good.
Yep. So the flavors we generally have at our markets, we have buffalo chicken and kale, which is America's favorite.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
We have also the barbecue chicken, Fuji apple, coleslaw. We had about 10 to 12 different flavors we rotate throughout the week. So pretty much getting into the story of Funky Fresh.
Yeah, let's start in the beginning.
The beginning was a winter day in 2011.
It was kind of dark out.
It was dark. And it wasn't a soul. No. Seriously, Funky Fresh just it just had a funky start, I would say. in 2011, I was a laid off sheet metal worker, and I was 300 pounds. I was at my heaviest. So I needed a change in my life. So at the same time, I coach wrestling at Milwaukee, Pulaski. So if you don't know about wrestling, it's a vigorous sport where you get tested every day, and it takes a lot of not only physical but mental capacity. And I loved it as a wrestler, and coaching I got more out of it just because I love to see a kid grow from being a shy freshman to a senior. So I truly loved wrestling. So two of my former wrestlers, I coached at Milwaukee Pulaski as head coach. Two of my former wrestlers at Bradley Tech High School, which is not too far, they won state titles that year. And that just motivated me. I'm like, man, these kids are 17 years old and doing amazing things. You know, something they worked towards as a 5-year-old, they're now at the top of their game in high school, right? So that just motivated me. Like, man, I'm coaching these kids and they're doing great things. Like, I need to be doing great things in my life. So
True, very true.
That year, 2011 or 2012 come around, and like March of that year, I just had a moment where I just call it a getting tired moment. And we all have these moments in life where we just tired of where we are in life. You know, you might be tired of your job, you might be tired of your weight, tired of your spouse, unfortunately. It happens, you know, you just get tired, you know, and I was at that point where I was tired across all borders. And I needed to start with myself. I was tired of my job, and I was tired physically. You know, 300 pounds. In high school, I was 180 pounds. So in 10 years, I was 28 at the time. 10 years, I gained 120 pounds.
Oh, wow.
You know, I gained a whole human in 10 years, you know, and I'm just like, you know what, something's got to change. You know, Monday, I will be, you know, in the past Monday, I'll be motivated, like, you know what, I'm going to start eating healthy and, you know, get just like everybody is. Tuesday going strong. And by Wednesday, I was back at Wendy's, you know. Yeah. And I got tired of that vicious cycle that not only myself, but millions of people do. So March 1st, 2012, I decided to call it my rebirth day, okay?
Okay.
For two reasons. For one, it's cool to have 2 birthdays throughout the year.
Yeah,
you know, like, you get to party twice. Come on. And for two, you know, that was the day I decided to reclaim myself, right? So March 1st, 2012, March 1st, 2012, my rebirth day, I started working out, eating healthy, and me and my buddy of mine, we would go to different parks. We had this tractor tire I got from another buddy, and we called it Big Bertha. So Big Bertha we'll take and we do tire flips and all types of different exercises, whatever. So one day at the lakefront, it's a true story, flipping the tire up at the hill, they had this big hill on Bradford Beach, and at the top of the hill, this person's like, dude, what are y'all doing flipping that? It's like 200-pound tire. What do y'all do flipping the tire or whatever? And I just jokingly said, I'm getting tired, huh? And I was like, wow, you're right. I am getting tired mentally, physically, emotionally, all that. So at that moment, Getting Tired Fitness was born. So I got like maybe 3 months down the line, I lost like 50 pounds on my family and friends, see my results. I was like, dude, I want to work out with you. I had nothing but time. I was still laid off. You know, it was around the time the recession was ending. Work was still slow. And I was like, you know what? Coaching wrestling was cool. I like coaching, helping people. Let me be a personal trainer. So I got signed up to ACE, the American Council of Exercise. Took a test, which may sound easy online, but it was super hard. It took me like actually a whole year. So really 2013 I got certified, but I still was training people. Yeah. And I started my sister. She got some results. Then her friends, and then just other people got getting tired of real business, and it kind of happened. So 2013, you know, I would just do like outdoor boot camp style workouts with tires. I find different tractor tires around the neighborhood, or not neighborhood, but tires around the neighborhood. Tractor tires from old farms, because you get them for free. People want to get rid of them. And doing all these different boot camp style workouts at the lakefront, at different parks throughout the city. So a year into it, 2013, my clients were happy getting results, but they needed more. They needed, like, all right, what do I do when I'm not with you? What do I eat? Whatever. So I always be posting these meals on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And one meal in particular I really loved. It was a sweet potato and black bean burrito. And I thought, wow, this is a weird combination for me, and it tastes great, whatever. So you could call it the universe, the higher power. I just thought it would taste better. Excuse me. I thought it would taste better in spring roll. Or egg roll. Egg roll first, actually.
Egg roll first, yeah.
So we made sweet potato black bean egg roll. I was just like giving it to my friends and family. They liked it. And then they was asking for more, and I was just like, all right, I'll just sell it to them, you know. So just a couple dozen, just to kind of get some extra dollars in my pocket, because starting a business is tough. And I was getting way more attention with the food than was the fitness. So I would be bringing food to the workouts just to try to lure people in. Like, hey, we got boot camp tonight, and we got
some snacks,
egg rolls or whatever. So then we started adding different flavors. Did the buffalo chicken and kale. Then we did the chicken broccoli, the chicken club, and then next thing you know, it's kind of was a snowball effect. So 2013, we did 5,000 spring rolls, like, out of my house.
When did you decide to go from egg roll to spring roll, and what was the reason?
2013, so all of 2013 we did egg rolls. 2014, I found that spring roll wrappers, which is made out of flour too, so they got two different types of spring rolls. So they have spring roll wrappers like this, that's flour, right? Then they got the spring roll wrappers. That's the clear ones that a lot of people are used to.
Yeah.
So those are spring roll wrappers too, but those are made out of rice. Those ain't really them good to eat raw or whatever. These is grilled or whatever.
Yeah.
So 2014, I realized that spring roll wrappers were cheaper for one. For
Yeah.
two, they
more
were
affordable.
Yeah, they were less calories than the egg roll wrappers.
Sure.
Sometimes egg roll wrappers are thicker. I can make them bigger and a little bit thinner and crispier because I would never deep fry them.
Yeah.
I grilled them, so that's when the change happened. So 2014, just making spring rolls now out of the house. Illegal as ever, probably. Health department, if you're watching, I'm sorry, it's too late. You can't do that. 2014, we did like 10,000 spring rolls, just literally out the house. Did like a couple farmers markets. 2015 comes around, and I was still coaching wrestling, still personal training, still trying to be a dad. And I'm just like, I'm juggling too much. Something got to go. I love wrestling, but I'll get back into it later in life. But this journey I got to do right now. So I quit coaching that year and put a little bit more energy into Funky Fresh. Or it wasn't even Funky Fresh at the time. It was Getting Tired Kitchen. So Getting Tired Fitness, the fitness. Getting Tired Kitchen was the food. So not only did we do spring rolls, we did other food, but people didn't want that. They just want the spring rolls, whatever. So 2015, I said, all right, I got to come out with a name. I got to come out with a brand for this now, because I can't call it Getting Tired Kitchen spring rolls. It's too long. Like, what's a getting tired? The kitchen? You tired of the kitchen?
I don't know if I want to eat your food that you're getting tired over.
Right. So I came up with the name Funky Fresh. I wanted the word fresh in it. I wanted something different to explain who we are, something unique. Funky was a cool word.
Funky's a cool word.
I got a buddy who's an MMA fighter. His name is Ben Funky Askren.
Okay.
So I kind of bit his name just a little bit, kind of took a little bit, but it worked out perfect. So summer of 2015, Funky Fresh was born.
Okay.
We got an LLC that year, and 2016 we did about 30,000 spring rolls. This year we're almost at 40,000. The year's not even over yet.
Wow.
So we just keep pumping along, spreading the word about healthier foods and making food taste awesome.
Yeah, and they were very, very popular when we were at the farmers market. People were definitely, that was like almost the first stop they went to was you.
Funky Fresh,
And now, okay, I'm going to backtrack. I know you mentioned being a dad.
Yeah.
So you got a family. How many kids do you have?
I got one kid. I got a son who's 7 years old.
Okay.
But I'm in a relationship, and my girlfriend's kids like my kids, so I say I got 3 kids now. They're older. They're like my older daughters, but they're 20. But it's truly a family business, and my family helps, and my friends help, and my extended family supports, and everybody, from my brothers and sisters, they all support. My parents, they support. And it's funny because my dad was so against everything. I had to call you out, Dad, but
come on, Dad.
But when I quit construction and said I'm not going back, he was just like, "You idiot."
Oh, is that the job you were doing before when you got laid off?
Yeah, I was working construction, laid off from construction, and he thought, just a traditional way of thinking. I can't fault him. He was just like, starting a business, flipping tires. Like,
it's hard to do,
Yeah, it takes a lot, and
time and effort.
I just believed in it. I just felt like this is what I was meant to do. There was nothing no one could tell me if people supported me or not. I'm just like, I got to see what happens down this road, whatever. So, it took up some time, but like last year we got not a lot of good publicity. And he was like, finally, like, oh, I'm proud of you, Dad. You're proud of your kid. So, I love you, Dad.
And now look at where he is now.
Now I'm on live with Milwaukee Live.
Hanging out with me, so things are happening.
Yeah.
Let's check the comments. How are we doing with comments, you guys?
All right, yeah, let's pull this up. Lots of good stuff coming here. Trueman, there's tons of people giving you shout outs and love.
Good.
Actually, let me pull up. We got so many comments here. It's actually breaking my system. But
Whoa, we going viral.
yeah, this is going viral. Everybody's sharing it right now, so that's the good news.
Yay.
Lots of people, giving you love. All right, so so many things here. Best businessman I know, all kinds of stuff. Love the story. One of the questions I saw here is, what's your favorite spring roll?
Mine? That's like asking a parent, like, what's your favorite kid? Like, I can't do that. I don't even want them to hear that. They might get mad and hop off the plate.
What a question.
I have to go back to the original two, the buffalo chicken and kale. I really don't get tired of those. Even if I'm, tired of it, I'm like, all right, I could eat another one, But probably the buffalo chicken and kale, the sweet potato and black beans is always going to be special to me.
Yeah, because that was the first one that
it just came out of nowhere, and I'll say between those two, with some Fiesta Ranch and Greek yogurt, which is our signature sauce. We make it ourselves.
Yeah, let's talk about a little bit of sauces.
It's Greek yogurt based sauce. I don't even know how I even came. I don't even have a cool story for it. It's just like hopped up on my lap.
You just mix some things in a bowl and here it is.
And the sauce is just as popular as the roll.
It is. It was really good.
People want the sauce, so hopefully the sauce could be for sale. It's just tough to make, to keep natural and to keep a longer shelf life. You got to put so many things in it that,
Yeah, so you'd really have to make sure you were selling that sauce and you're making it right away.
Yeah, like maybe in small increments so people could use it right away or whatever. But the sauce, you could literally put on everything. My son just eats the sauces out of a cup. And, yeah. So.
Well, okay, and then I know in the video we showed a little bit of, was it Smoky Teas?
Smoky Teas.
Yeah, because you said you kind of use his sauces every once in a while too, which is really nice that, we have businesses working together to create a product.
He give me the sauces for, I won't say live, Thomas, but I appreciate the price he gives me the sauces. But it's genuinely one of the best sauces I've had. Like,
it was really good.
He got a spicy kind and a non-spicy kind. Oh my God, it's actually, like, I don't know. I took a bet with somebody, like, do you want to take a shot of smoking teas? Like, do I drink a whole cup of smoking teas? Whatever. And do not drink a whole cup of smoking teas.
Don't
like,
do it. It hurts.
It gets you right here. But, I would highly recommend. He's in all the stores. He's in, like, Outpost, Whole Foods, or whatever. And he's at a lot of local markets. I think he's in a Tulsa market. He's in the Waukesha Farmers Market. But it's another great product. It's a lot of... If you go to these markets, I love it because you get to see the essence of a lot of people's products. It's a lot of great products that start at the farmers market, like Purple Door ice cream. They're about to blow up nationwide, probably, and they are like started right at the Tulsa farmers market. And a lot of these smaller markets that we go to, Milwaukee got a lot of great people. Venus Williams, she's like my Milwaukee mom. My parents moved to North Carolina earlier this year, and Venus pretty much adopted me as her son, so she always hooked me up. She introduced me to Angela Davis, who is one of the iconic figure in African American history and a community activist. And Angela Davis is a vegan, and she got to eat some of my rolls, and Venus gave it to Angela Davis, and that was just like one of my favorite moments of 2017, like, period.
Yeah, it's really nice to see the community that's at a farmer market too. Like, it's so important that you check out different farmers markets and go support the people who are there, because it's all local.
People put their blood, sweat, and tears into it. Like, even now, like, we've getting a lot of publicity. Lately, we won. We didn't win, but we placed in the top 10 in this competition with FedEx. It was a nationwide competition, so out of 4,000
I think I saw on your website there was something that popped up about it. Yeah.
Out of 4,000 businesses, we placed in the top 10, which is insane to think, and we won a bronze level award. We won some money to our business and some FedEx services, and got a lot of national publicity. And they're sending me to Memphis next month to meet with the CEO and all that FedEx, which is awesome. But I'm like, still, like, the essence, like, we still gotta had our roles be perfect, just like day one. That same passion, same fire, and I think that's why we successful is because we understand the importance of giving a quality product, the importance of having that customer relationship. One thing I always try to do is this could be a little lesson for any entrepreneurs watching too, is interacting with your customers. A lot of times people just kind of sit there and just like, it's all right, here's my product, here, let me take your money, and you just go our separate ways rather than having that interaction. And I heard this quote that I live by that said, interaction before a transaction. So you have to always interact with people.
That's very smart.
And I always try to interact with people. If you see me, I'm always trying to interact, ask how your day was, maybe do a little challenge, like, all right, how many push-ups can you do? How many,
You said if you do 20 push-ups, you get a do you get it all?
Yeah, when we were filming that was probably one of the funnest things to watch you with that. Hey, if you do push-ups, you get a discount on your spring rolls.
You will always remember that. Like if my favorite restaurant was give me a coupon to do some burpees, I'd be like, if I do it or not, I will remember it.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I think we have that good customer relationship.
Yeah, clearly, and one of the things, obviously, a lot of success here, and congrats on the FedEx thing. Yusuf was on the comments was asking, what's the hardest part of starting from from zero on a business like this?
How much time you got here? I'm not sure.
You got Facebook limits us to 4 hours.
Okay. So I would say the hardest part is just having the courage to do it.
Sure.
Because we have these I don't know what you want to call them, but these doubts within ourselves. Like even me. Like when I was first making these, I'm like, does people just like me? They know I'm a good person. They want to support, or is the food actually good? So. Yeah. I didn't even really, I wouldn't even say I truly believed in my product because I would have my own insecurities. So getting past some insecurities and really believing in yourself and be like, I can do this. And just stuff that motivate me is like, stories of like Coca-Cola, they sold 25 bottles their first year, right? Or WD-40 story. It took them 40 tries to become WD-40. What if they stopped at 25? Yeah. They would fail 25 times. They're like, you know what? I'm done.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have WD-40. WD-40 is in 4 out of every 5 households in America. Yeah. That's crazy, right? Right? So just having that fear, getting rid of that fear, knowing that you're going to fail. Yeah. So any entrepreneurs, you're going to fail. It's no doubt about it. Your idea is going to fail, but how many times can you keep picking up?
Yeah,
how many times
and
can
adjust it
you get punched in the face and just get back up? All right, let me just try this or whatever. We had so many failures with Funky Fresh, but you got to just fight through them. Yeah. It's like almost a daily thing. So we're thinking about some expansion things. I won't reveal all of it yet.
Yeah. Do you want to talk a little bit about the future?
I'm just thinking like whoever is taking this thing to the next level, I failed enough for you that it's gonna be smooth sailing for you.
Awesome. Yeah, that's on a lighter note. Desiree was wondering, can you put feta on a spring roll?
Feta?
Can you?
You put.
I feel like I actually just ate feta last night by itself.
You can put.
I really did. That's not.
There's no rules in food. Let's get that clear.
That's very cool.
There's no rules in food. Yeah. I think sometimes people limit to us like, oh no, you can't put buffalo chicken inside. You could do whatever you want, If it
don't tell me what to do.
If it tastes good, if it's like, obviously you don't want to put cigarette ashes and, and
I don't think that one would sell very
obviously, well. But I feel like you have to think outside the box, especially if you think about starting a food business. Everything's been done before. It's nothing new, so think of different ways to, a different approach. Like I love these poke bowls now. Fresh Fin is probably one of my best favorite places right now because poke bowls, not to say it's new, but it's newer to Milwaukee. And I love what they're doing.
I've heard about those. I haven't actually had one yet.
Oh, God. Do you just have a favorite?
Yeah, we had some of that at Big Taste. And, wow, yeah, those guys are doing a great thing up there. I mean, it's not Funky Fresh specifically. Yeah, it's different. But,
it's different. It's
awesome. Yeah.
But, yeah, I love seeing people be innovative with the food. Because there isn't no rule. So, yes, our chicken broccoli mushroom has feta in it. Why? Because it's better. I just like saying that.
Yeah, it rhymes.
We used to use Parmesan. It's a little lighter note. We used to use Parmesan, but I think feta's better. That's why I say, hey.
What's the what is the best thing you've ever put in a spring roll and the worst thing you've ever tried in a spring roll? So best and worst. Best you probably still have on the menu, but worst,
the
that's what,
best.
you said no cigarette ashes. What have you actually tried that you
did
definitely
that
I go over
fail?
the worst. I go over some ones that we've made that we haven't brought back, but we will. So we did for Mardi Gras this year. We did a Cajun shrimp spring roll, which is freaking bomb.
Yum.
For St. Patrick's Day, we did a healthier Reuben. We used turkey pastrami, Swiss cheese. That was delicious too. We do a Gyro spring roll.
Okay.
My Uncle Marlon, if he's watching, he probably is. He's my #1 supporter. If anybody says go hammer go, that's my uncle. But Uncle Marlon, it's not really healthy, so it's hard for me to do. But he does a Gyro spring roll with feta, tomato, cucumber.
It doesn't always have to be healthy.
I mean, yes, you could.
You can have a little fun.
You can have a little fun
Yeah.
for sure, but the Gyro spring roll is like one of those, once every. It's like the what did McDonald's have the
the McRib.
the McRib.
the
It's-
McRib.
That's right.
The Gyro spring roll is the McRib of Funky
Sure.
Fresh spring rolls. Yeah. But as far as the worst stuff,
let me hear about the
some
worst.
of my fails.
Yeah.
I tried to do like a crab ragoon one. It just didn't work.
Yeah.
Didn't work. We did a chicken mango spring roll and it had like fajita peppers in it. And it on paper it sounds great, right? It's just the mangoes get too mushy and the spring rolls break apart and
Yeah. They don't cook well.
fail. Yeah. I guess that's all I can
Have
think
you
of
ever,
right now.
this might be a stupid question, but have you ever thought about doing like a sweet one? Like
Oh, yeah.
anything kind of sugary?
Mhm.
Yeah. Like
We-
when's the dessert ones coming out? Because that's my thing. I love sweets. So.
Well, we did some dessert rolls recently. We just had a cook-off at my house. Me and my sister. I got a competitive family, right? So me and my sister.
Yeah, how many? I forgot. You told me earlier before the show.
10.
Yeah, 10 brothers and sisters.
10 brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Shout out to all you guys.
Yeah,
So
hey
many
guys.
names. But we had a dessert off, and my sister, she's a phenomenal baker. But she's my little sister, so I'm always trying to be like, I could bake better than you. What?
Yeah.
We had 3 cook-offs in the last year. The first one, she destroyed me. I wouldn't even say what was on the menu. Second one, Thanksgiving, I won. We had a meatball challenge. I won. I had the best Swedish meatball. And then this recent one, we had dessert off. And she made a caramel cake, and it was stuffed with Packer color M&Ms on the inside. So when you cut it,
Ooh.
the M&Ms fell out. I was like, wow. But what I made was dessert spring rolls. I did like a platter of assortment. I did a strawberry cheesecake. I did an apple pie. I did a peach cobbler. I did I can't think of the last one. It was something, whatever. But theirs are all great. It's just me not being really a dessert person. It's hard for me to. And then, the whole fresh, local, healthier, never deep fried. Then you coming out with some.
Yeah, that doesn't necessarily fit with like your whole health.
It doesn't. It's so hard.
It's almost like
Because
you'd have
sugar.
to
I
sell
mean, there's all kinds of research now coming out about sugar. And
Oh, don't tell me about it, Aaron. I don't want to hear
Brittany,
it. Let me cover my ears.
Yeah,
so get a little older like me.
They say, I don't know. I can't even think of what I was about to say now.
Something about sugar?
No, what was I about to say about the dessert rolls? Oh, well, for the unhealthier food, sometimes it does limit us because we only could go so far or whatever. But that forces me to be more creative. So then I'm like, let me find out a healthier way to make some dessert. So what I'm thinking about doing is just some dessert quinoa bowls. So doing the dessert with or quinoa with like some dark chocolate and maybe some peanut butter and honey, something like that. Or maybe some whipped Greek yogurt on top or something
that's sweet but still healthy.
Sweet but won't kill you.
Won't kill you.
Yeah.
Another question for you on that kind of note of like, challenges with ingredients. Obviously, you keep talking about local. Like, obviously, you can make more money if you get, cheap, uber processed, mass market type ingredients. Why do you, obviously with the startup business, why do you choose to have more expensive, pieces in your business?
I think people could relate to that. Like, people appreciate quality, I think, and this year, I will be honest, we haven't got as much local as I want, like as last year. Last year, we actually had a shared with CSA, they call it, and with the salsa lady in Milwaukee, another local vendor, and we grew our own kale, and it would just take 2 weeks to make kale, so it's like, all right, I need a whole 24 bunches
probably more
today.
and more every time.
Yeah, so I do get some local from, like, if we go to a market, I just get, you know, kale or whatever I can get. But if I had it my way, I would just grow everything, you know. And it's so many opportunities to grow your own food. Like I like grass just looks good, but you can't do nothing with it. I'd rather plant some kale and some jalapenos, and as long as you take care
tomatoes.
of it, you know. Yeah, so I like the whole local movement as far as people growing their own food rather than getting it from Mexico or, you know, it's however many miles away. It's right in your backyard. It got the most nutrients in it when it's right from the ground. So it's a lot of different reasons, you know. It's more for us just to educate ourselves, like, hey, you can get all this awesome stuff right from Wisconsin and go right to your food. You know, the whole farm to table movement is going, and just really, it's something even new to me. Like probably within the last since I've been doing healthier foods, have I been conscious of it. So this has been going on our whole lives, you know. We just not even conscious to it, growing up in the city or whatever. So I mean, even myself, I didn't even know what an avocado was until I was like in my 20s. You know, my kid, he's been eating avocados his whole life now, you know.
Yeah,
so,
I feel like I didn't start eating avocados till later too.
Yeah, like I don't think we were exposed to it, you know. Not from my family. I got a traditional family, big family. You know, we ate a lot of Sunday type dinners, but nothing like grown right from us. Or I think it's cool just to see something start as a small plant grow into something you can eat, you know. So
definitely. So what's the future look like for you? What's your image?
Funky Fresh is on path for world domination.
All right.
I'm saying it first.
You're saying it here.
Milwaukee Live, we're going to dominate. I would love to see this a year from the Facebook look back. It's either going to be the worst video of all time, or Trueman is.
Oh no, I think you're going to be
Nostradamus.
successful. You're going to be very successful.
So it's a couple things. We're looking at building our own commercial kitchen.
Okay.
We have opportunity to work with Joanne Sabir and Julie Kaufman. Joanne's part owner of the Juice Kitchen, another great Milwaukee establishment. Julie Kaufman, she's a local developer, and she's part of Tandem, this new restaurant over on the north side, great food. And they're working with this thing called the Phoenix Initiative. It's pretty much in the Sherman Park area. Last year, like literally this week last year, was all of the riots that happened in Sherman Park from, you know, the police shooting or whatever. So, and all the, you know, unfortunate things happened with the gas station burned down, and this is mayhem. And so they're trying to revitalize that and, you know, resurrect that area. And they're doing this initiative where they have this hub for entrepreneurs where they got 12 other businesses happening. And we're going to be one of the businesses that we're going to have a commercial kitchen and just a takeout window where people can get Funky Fresh. So that's one thing. But we're also looking into getting a bigger location too, where we can mass produce our rolls and get into every grocery store.
Yeah, how many rolls do you make? Like, do you make rolls on Monday, like, and prepare? Or what day is the day that you prepare, and how many do you usually prepare?
Tuesday is our
Tuesday
prep day. Sunday, I usually use that day to just marinate all of it. I try to get all of the food marinated. That's the secret. You got to marinate the chicken. But we marinate it 24 hours. If we could get it marinated, Funky Fresh, it would be the best. But Monday and Tuesday, usually our prep days, and we do. Oh, this would be a good time for to reveal the winner. So
tell them what you did.
So, an hour ago or 2 hours ago, I put a post on my personal Facebook page saying we're gonna be in Milwaukee Live. We here now.
Yep, here we
are. And we're gonna. If you could guess how many spring rolls we rolled today, you can get a free dozen. So I didn't tell what it was, but it's gonna be a free dozen. Now I don't know who picked it, but the total we rolled today was 652 spring rolls.
All right, so we'll have to look at.
We have to look back to see who's
the
closest to 600.
And what time is it? I want to make 7:50. So
7:50.
Before 7:50.
Before 7:50. Before, right?
Yeah, exactly. People are like, I got it.
You gonna see about the edit their comments, whatever.
Yeah.
652 spring rolls is the answer, but usually we do roughly like 1,200 per week. So 650. Then Thursday we revamp. Thursday and Friday we roll again. So usually Wednesday is our biggest day of the week, but then we re-roll or roll more for the weekend events. So roughly about 1,200 spring rolls per week is what we average. But like he wants to get his commercial kitchen, hopefully do, double that number. And
So where can we find you next? Do you know your schedule right now?
Yes, tomorrow we'll be at Westtown Farmers Market.
Okay.
So on 4th in Michigan from 10 to 2 p.m.
Okay.
Also, they have the monthly Milwaukee night market.
Yeah.
Which is tomorrow.
Are you there?
5 to 10.
Cool.
We'll be there. Thursday, you can find us at the Near West Side Farmers Market again from 4 to 7 p.m. Saturday, we're going to be doing this men's. It's called Fellas. It's a magazine called Fellas, and they're doing a 5K at Schlitz Park, starting at Schlitz Park, and we're giving out free samples.
Ooh, so that's a good spot to
free
come check
samples.
out.
It's gonna be. Let me tell you, it's gonna be hundreds of free samples, and it's a 5K. All the money goes to a good cause.
Yeah.
And then Sunday we're at Shorewoods Farmers Market and Endurance Park Farmers Market. So.
All right. Well, yeah, make sure to check them out, you guys.
It's a lot going on, but you always can reach us at our website, www.funkyfresh.kitchen. Find more information about where we're at. You can order frozen spring rolls. You can find us on every social media platform except for MySpace. Funky Fresh Spring Rolls at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Yeah, make sure to like and follow.
Pinterest, Snapchat, Tumblr.
I don't know if they're. Half of those.
Do you have? Someone's asking if you have a MySpace account by chance.
We did, but we got 0 likes, so we just.
Is anyone on MySpace? If you've been on MySpace still, comment below, because I don't know who would do that.
If you've been on MySpace, you need to do something with your life.
Then you're having one of those moments where you need to change your life. Back to the beginning of us talking about.
I had a MySpace account, and then they deleted it because that's what MySpace did to everybody. And then I started a new one, and then they deleted that too. So I don't know. It's not worth the time.
Come on, Tom.
Yeah, Tom, come on. What's he doing?
I had one
Tom
friend.
got a Facebook page though. MySpace Tom. I see his Facebook. I do. What you doing, man? So that's something that's interesting. That MySpace ruled the world.
I know.
And they dropped it. Like, what happened? I need to read that story. I need to talk to Tom.
Yeah,
because people that had them failures, you learn so much.
Yeah, it's because MySpace was just so painful looking. Do you remember when everyone had all those customizations? And
I
they
thought
were,
that
programming?
was fun.
I mean, it was it'd be kind of cool now, but back then everyone wanted the perfectly corporate whatever.
I liked having the music and the different color backgrounds.
Yeah, MySpace.
I don't know. I enjoy that. Yeah.
Now Facebook literally runs the world. We're on Hey, Facebook.
Hey! Yeah, exactly. So, guys.
And we're also on YouTube Live. Remember that, folks.
Also
find
YouTube
live on
what's
YouTube.
up?
Yep. YouTube and Facebook.
I didn't know they had a YouTube Live.
We do, yeah.
Is that
it's
new?
Milwaukee Live on YouTube.
It's Milwaukee Live, yeah, but you can go live on YouTube.
Yep.
So is it live now on YouTube?
Yeah, we're live on YouTube right now, and we're live on Facebook. So, guys, make sure to share that. Yeah, the protesters, the ones that really, when MySpace went down, they got mad. They saw never, hashtag not my Facebook. And those people are on YouTube. So they're sharing it there.
That's
There's people watching on YouTube. Yep, that's right. Never Facebook. Hashtag never Facebook.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Truman, for being on the show tonight. Guys, awesome. Make sure to like his page and check him out at any of those farmer markets that he listed. It was really delicious food. And thank you so much for watching, you guys. We'll see you next week. Truman, thanks so much. Yeah, bye, everybody.
We go all night, yeah. We got that fight, yeah. Our future look nice, yeah.